Why, hello there, Lost Family. Or maybe you're new here, a wanderer just stumbling upon the Lost Gamer's path. Either way, the journey begins again. Today we're exploring the murky depths of Reddit, r/NiceGuys. So stay close. It's easy to get lost out here. So let's just get right into it. Nice guy virtue claim. Why are nice guys like me always friend zoned on dates and meant to perish single? Why is it so hard to find a date in Ottawa? Maybe I am too ugly for being Indian. Somehow I doubt that. Aren't Indians human? Uh, yeah, this is already weird. I don't even remember the last time I used to get proposals from women. Well, maybe it's because you're a man. Most of the time women don't propose to men. Maybe that needs to change, but typically speaking, men propose to women. I don't think that's what he meant literally, but yeah. Life has changed. Social media messed everything up. Oh, everyone up. Well, there is a lot of truth to that, if I'm being honest. Is it because I have high anxiety? Probably so. Speaking from experience on that one, probably so. It sucks, but that's honestly, it probably contributes. Especially if you're like socially anxious, I'm sure it contributes a lot. Is it because I'm too desperate for love? That also is a huge contributor, not gonna lie. Um, I would bet you men experience this at a small level too, probably not as much, but if you're giving off super desperate vibes, it can kind of make a person wonder, like, is there something really wrong with you? Why are you this desperate? Especially if it's like right off the bat and you barely know each other. Very bad idea. Be careful about that. It continues. I'm turning 30 in a few years. So he's still in his 20s. And never even had my first kiss. Well, you're a Gen Z, since you're a few years from your 30s. That means you're a Gen Z, and statistically, a lot of Gen Zs have not had their first kiss or done anything at a pretty old age. Well, maybe not old, but you get what I'm saying. Um, a lot of us are quite awkward. Me being very much an example of that. It continues. I guess I failed in life. No, it's just sometimes things work out. Sometimes things don't. It is what it is. There's another page here. Because of dating apps, hundreds of women have access to the tallest, most handsome, richest guys that live close to them. They get hundreds of messages from men, and they can narrow it down to be super exact about what they want. Well, men can kind of do that too. I don't think men probably have exactly the same amount of like interest. Mostly women don't tend to chase men, so I don't even know if it's necessarily that there aren't as many people interested in them as it is that most of the time women are socialized to not pursue. So that might be a piece of it too. Honestly, dating apps just do kind of suck because statistically, most of the time there is a higher percentage of women to men on there, I believe, or maybe it's the other way around. I think it might be the other way around. I don't know. Either way, there's a skew where it's not like exactly equal, and it does make it harder to actually pair up. And then on top of that, dating apps a lot of times are not actually designed to help you find love because they want you to keep on using their site. So there's definitely a lot of problems with dating apps. You're not gonna probably find real love on there. Like, it's possible, a lot of people do, but it's a lot harder than probably what it should be. Anyway, it continues. These men can have a different date every night. Women who want monogamy complain about this, but they can't stop it from happening, and they hope to catch and keep this man in shining armor. Yeah, what's wrong with wanting monogamy? Of course you're gonna want that. But most alpha men like this will not limit themselves to just one woman, and they usually get divorced. Usually the woman eventually catches them cheating and they divorce them. So, yeah. I don't know if that's like really a win for them in the long term. Especially if it keeps on happening, they might just end up alone in their old age because they kept on breaking the hearts of all the people they were with that actually cared about them. So I don't know if that's actually like the win it's portrayed to be. Many of these men have slept with hundreds of women without having to try very hard at all. I will give you that. Definitely, hookup culture has definitely grown over time. Obviously in older times it wasn't as prevalent. Had to work a little bit harder to have relationships with people, and had to have a little bit more depth typically. But also, I feel like it's really overblown the amount of people that slept with hundreds of people on both sides. I see this all the time where people, for some reason, assume that everyone has had 100+ partners, and that's pretty rare. When you actually look at polls and statistics, most of the time it indicates something very different. That's not to say that there aren't people that do have tons of partners like that, but a lot of people average a much lower, even under 2 digits number. So yeah, that's something that gets so overblown on the internet. If you are less than 6 feet tall, belong to a minority group, or are not making 100K a year and do not own a house, forget about dating a woman of above average attractiveness. Well, that's the thing too. You kind of, this is just the reality. For the most part, you have to kind of stay within your league. I hate that word, but like, statistically, most people end up with someone of very similar attractiveness to them. So if you are more average and you're trying to get like a supermodel looking woman, most of the time it's not going to work out. And same for women. If you're average or below average and you're trying to get a male model, it's probably not going to work out. But yeah, I feel like the height thing is also one of those things that are very overblown. Obviously, there are a lot of women that are very particular on height, but there are a lot of women that really don't care. Well, it's like me. I'm very short. I've never had reason to care about that. Pretty much every man is going to be taller than me. And I've met several women that are like that. I would say most average women just don't really care about that. As long as you're like a good person. But yeah, I feel like that gets so overblown. And honestly, I feel like a lot of the time, it's people with really bad personalities that just, it's like a cope. They have to convince themselves that it's something superficial and not just their personalities. I guess that's just easier to deal with for them mentally. I don't know. But yeah, I've seen that a lot. Just like in these threads, in my life a little bit too. That men that have like complexes over their looks kind of just blame everything on their looks when usually it has very little to do with that and more to do with their personalities. Let's move on to the comment section, shall we? Yo, I don't know what's going on over in India, but I swear some of the cringiest stuff I see is from Indian men. I don't know. But also, aren't Indians human? Yeah, that was a crazy line. Almost had me burst out in laughter. Major vibes of they do this every year. Doesn't anybody love Sid the Sloth? I love that. I love a Nice Age quote. Yeah. He's not from India. He's Indian. He's Indian from Canada. I don't know, because he could have immigrated there. He might be from India originally. But yeah, he could be like a native Canadian as well. Most Indians I know in Canada are from India, are Indian from India. So unless you know that specific guy, you can't claim to know that. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. The saddest thing is this guy is very likely legally blind, because if he had eyes, he would see that most men walking around with partners are not the tallest, or most handsome, or the richest, or making 100K a year and own a house. I live in a really diverse neighborhood, and most guys are buying from a discount grocer called No Frills. It's cheaper than Walmart. JK, a lot of people are buying from there. A lot of my neighbors drive beater cars where a door or side mirror bumper is a different color because it comes from a parts yard. Some are married, some have partners, some seem single. I obviously am not polling people. Yeah. I'm so sick of the narrative that if you're average looking, you aren't rich and single. Women must be gold diggers and shallow because no one wants you. Go touch grass. I agree. Yeah, it's so overblown, and if you just look around life, you can see that. I mean, I don't know that. I think I know like one person that's 6'6". He is married, but almost all the other men in my life are married as well that are short and tall. So, honestly, has nothing to do with it. This person says, my short, bald, overweight boyfriend doesn't even go to No Frills unless he's feeling fancy. Otherwise, he's rolling up to H&W and Giant Tiger, I don't know any of these places, in his 15-year-old Toyota. Me, I'm a bit extra, so it's Walmart for me. It's Walmart for the essentials, or I can't say that word, I don't know how that's supposed to be pronounced, so I'm just not gonna say it. For a treat, or even Save on that has really good clearance deals, because I'm posh. This person says, nice guys want a supermodel who's also a stay-at-home trad wife, who is also a virgin, which, that too, the like, trad wife stuff. Of course, if you are looking for a woman that wants to be a stay-at-home mom, of course she's going to expect a certain amount of income from you. Because I would assume she would care for her children to be able to eat. Like, she would want her children to be well taken care of. So, of course, she's going to have standards on how much you make. If you're looking for a working woman, she's probably not going to care as much. But yeah, if you want a supermodel trad wife, she's probably going to care how much you make. She's probably going to care what you look to if she's a supermodel. Anyway, it goes on, who's also a virgin, who is also magically an expert corn star in bed, and she's also his mommy, his therapist, his personal chef, his punching bag, and his butler. Oh, but she's also a robot with no aspirations, needs, thoughts, nor goals of her own, except to revolve her life around his. That's her aspirations and goals, and to bear him lots of children and not expect almost anything out of him, I guess. A maid that only exists for him. Nice guys think their selfish, narcissistic persecution complex is somehow an awesome personality trait that magically makes up for their lack of hygiene, lack of empathy, lack of social skills, and lack of funds. For sure. Like, genuinely, what the heck is a sedentary corn addict gonna do with a woman who runs marathons and can lift more than him? He's gonna throw a tantrum every time she goes to the gym, but he simultaneously thinks fat women are gross while being full-on obese himself. That's usually the case, unfortunately. Above average women, and below average women are still way too far out of his league. Best he can do is a long-distance catfish that turns out to be another nice guy. Dang, that person really pulled no punches. Person quoted him. This is the funniest part to me. They're delusional and think that the act with a virgin is ever gonna be good, let alone star level good. Literally everyone is awful their first time. How could they not be? For sure. Don't forget this magical woman must also have her own funds while being a trad wife. Yeah, for sure. All them gold-digging females are out to get the nicest of guys, vast fortunes of $3.50. Uh-huh. This person says, I've seen plenty of short kings with baddies. For sure. It's a skill issue. He'd probably tell her to wear flats even though she's still taller than him. Yeah, that's a thing too. Again, personality. If you have a really good personality, that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing that matters. Source, short kings don't want short women. I'm 4'10". This is a good comment. It's long, so I probably won't read it out, but I'm circling it with my mouse, so we'll be able to see it. I can never keep it perfectly timed, unfortunately, but you'll see it anyway at some point. He's turning 30 in a few years. Eventually. Yeah, I noticed that too. Like, it sucks, but yeah, that is kind of the average experience for Gen Z. Maybe things are kind of starting to change because we're starting to get older, but statistically, we've definitely not kept up with previous generations on doing the deed, I guess. Above average women, in quotes. They're not looking to date someone within their range. They're looking to date... I don't know. They could be, but they also could be looking to date within their range. And when you're wording it like that, it makes me think that you're probably not in their range. Again, statistically, most people end up with someone of very similar attractiveness levels to themselves. Even dating apps, I heard this recently, that they tend to work on a function that, like, puts people within your, like, looks category. Like, they tend to match people with their own looks category. Which, I'll grant, like, a lot of people use the filters and change their looks on those, and that can put them in a different category, but that's just catfishing, and that's kind of that is a big issue, but if you're just, like, using your natural looks on dating apps, most of them have algorithms that pair you, like, have your matches be of very similar attractiveness levels to you, which this is a thing, too, on dating apps in particular. Men are horrible, like, atrocious at doing pictures of themselves. They are so bad. If you want to be successful on dating apps, and you're a man, consider maybe having a professional take pictures of you. Because, I swear, men just, they don't be doing themselves favors. Like, I can't tell you how many I've seen where it's like terrible angles where it's like, I know you look better than that in real life, but you just do not know how to hold a camera. So, that could help a lot of men too. Dang, I meet all the criteria for sleeping with hundreds of women near me. I knew I should have listened to all those hot singles in your area ads. Yeah. Ah, yes, we women have fantastic experiences on dating apps. It's a dream. Right. That was part of my point too. Dating apps just suck for everyone. They suck. And they're meant to suck. They're not meant to find you actual love 9 times out of 10. I think there are like a couple that are actually good for finding real love. But yeah, most of them are designed to keep you coming back. It's a scam. Also, this person says, also, I never understood why nice guys think women would willingly throw themselves towards alpha misogynists who cheat on women. That's for sure. If I get those types of vibes, I'm out immediately. It continues, like, where's this logic coming from? I know multitudes of women, and every time they hear a guy utter the word alpha male or something of that sort, they find it disgusting. For sure. Well, also, with that sort of a thing, I don't feel like you have to tell people that if you are actually alpha. In quotes. Like, what's like intelligence? I feel like most really intelligent people don't go around telling everyone how intelligent they are, because it's just kind of obvious. If you need to tell everyone around you that you're so intelligent, you might not be. And it's the same thing with the alpha thing. If you have to say it, you might just not be the thing.
Don't look down. Don't look
Yeah,
down.
besides that, well, it's like the good people thing. I've said this repeatedly through these videos that if you have to tell everyone what a good person you are all the time, and I am such a good man, I'm such a good person, I'm such a good woman, you might not be the thing. Because usually if you are something, you don't have to go on telling people that you are all the time. So, that's something to consider as well. The person commented under that, they tell themselves this because it makes them feel better and to justify their misogyny. Oh, it's the women who only choose bad men who mistreat them, so any woman who is mistreated deserves it because she didn't choose a nice guy like me. For sure. Crazy. There's a lot of Indian people in the world, therefore it's a skill issue, for sure. Yeah, that's actually a very good point. Obviously they're breeding somehow. Okay, that sounded derogatory. That sounded messed up. I didn't mean it in any messed up way. But yeah, that's a thing in general too, like, the human race seems to be doing fine. I don't think we're at any risk of extinction, so obviously people must be able to breed somehow, and it doesn't seem like it's exclusively model-esque people. The comment continues, I'm sorry he couldn't get a chance to hit up Sydney Sweeney or something. Person says, probably because you won't stop whining like a 3-year-old whose playdate won't share 90% of the time. Yeah, definitely isn't something that's likely to win you many points. Maybe it's because your personality sucks? I mean, anyone unironically using the term friend-zoned indicates that they are primarily after the act. Yeah, most likely. And yeah, I don't really understand why it never even occurs to people to think that their personality just might be a little bit of a problem even. Like, it never even seems to come up in these types of conversations. Just not even a possibility that your personality could be a turn-off, which is crazy because, like, have these people never encountered someone that had such a bad personality that it turned them off? I guess not. I don't know. They might just never go outside to run into people like that. This person quoted the 6 feet and all that stuff, and he said, I am all of these things, and I regularly go on dates with hotties. Skill issue. This person said, it always gets me that they'll go on rants like this, like these are actual facts, but if you bring up personal responsibility, they cuss you out and block you. Yeah, probably so. Anyway, let's move on to the next post, shall we? Nice guy brought you claim. I was such a nice guy to you, and you were even surprised from time to time. I know it's ducking late, but I can't keep it in anymore. We've been talking for almost a year now, and you still haven't confessed to me. And it's honestly pissing me off. I've been nice to you. I cared about you. I told you I'd do anything for you. I didn't want to confess to you first because it's pathetic for a guy, but this situation is ducking annoying. Tell me you feel something for me, or I swear to God I'm gonna stop talking to you. Oh no! But yeah, that's just weird. Why is it pathetic for a man to confess his feelings first? That's just odd to me. Also, you still haven't confessed to me. That just sounds weird. We'll call the girl Blue, because her stuff is scribbled out in blue, and we'll call the guy Red. Blue. What are you talking about? Confused sheep emoji, I think. Red. Well, you don't talk with a guy just to talk with him, do you? Yeah? You can be friends with guys. He continues. You do it to fall in love, etc. We spent so much time together and you still haven't told me that you love me. Okie dokie. Like, if you met on a dating site, that would make sense. Yeah, if you're on a dating site talking to a guy, you're probably trying to find love with him, but it depends on where you two met. Confused face from Blue. Are you high? We're friends. I never showed any romantical interest in you. I thought I made it clear when I said that I don't seek a relationship. Confused sheep. Red. Well, I thought you were BSing me because no one wants to be alone their whole life. I wasn't a friend zone because you're still single. It wasn't a friend zone because you're still single. Oh, okay. So they're saying that he can't be friend zoned because the woman is single. She's obligated to be with him. Unless you're ducking with me and lying. So the only way a woman could possibly not want to be with you is because she's in a relationship. Am I kind of getting that? That's an interesting take. Blue, excuse me? I just want to be alone in my life. I made that choice long ago. I thought you respected it, especially since you said I'm smart for wanting that. Question mark? Red, you seriously take everything one-to-one. I made everything to change your mind and make you fall in love with me. I sent you 300 euros for your birthday. Well, that's kind of crazy on you, sir. But also, have you never heard that money doesn't buy love? Like, you could probably get a gold digger that way, but you can't literally buy love. Blue, I sent it back and I said it made me uncomfortable, and I told you to never do that again. Red, you were just being a pick-me, and you can't admit it. Okay. Okie dokie. Continues. Just say that you want me. Just say that you want me to take a flight. I swear to God, I'm tracking ticket prices every week. Blue. What? I told you I don't want to meet. How in the heck would you even imagine a relationship like that? We're half Europe apart, but it doesn't matter anyway. I just want to be alone, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine this way. Red, I could move to your city. I love you, but you're being a birch now. Okay. Why? Why? Can't you just find a girl that's, like, into you? Why are you, like, pining for a year? I think he said that they had been talking for a year. Why are you pining for a woman that's, like, ages away from you, half of Europe away from you, that is also has made it very clear that she's not interested in relationships? You could just get a willing partner. Like, what the heck? Wazowski. Red, can't you take this seriously? Answer me. Do you love me or not? Blue, of course not, and I clearly implied I never will. I thought we're good friends. Dang. Yeah, and most people don't want to have to get that harsh with someone. You literally forced her to be that harsh. Red, you seriously made me waste that much time on you? Who made you do that, sir? You're the one that has been hearing this, I don't want to be in a relationship, I'm fine alone, for a year, and deceived yourself into thinking you had a shot when she's made it very clear that she's not interested in relationships. Nobody made you do that but yourself. He continues, you are pretty and smart, and it impresses me, but you're BSing with that alone crap. I was such a nice guy to you. You were even surprised from time to time. What do you want, a cookie because you were nice? I just don't understand that. It's kind of just the bare minimum human expectation that you're gonna be relatively nice. Again, the audacity of this man to act like she forced him to be delusional. That's a road you chose on your own, amigo. Blue, I'm so sorry it ends up like this. I am also disappointed and sad. Please stop texting me now. It's making me feel uneasy. That's fair. Red, of course it ends up like this because all women are birches like you. I spent so much time and energy on you and you just let it slide. You didn't have to do that. Like, nobody made you do that. You could have found a willing partner. Why didn't you even look for a willing partner? Why are you trying to force a relationship on someone that's made it very clear they have no interest? They say Blue's name. Answer me, please. I don't mean all that. I'm just upset. You're so beautiful. I just know you're being delusional. She's the one being delusional. Your delusion goes to depths I can't even comprehend, sir. You're being delusional about being alone for the rest of your life. It's not natural. I can make you happy. I can give you things you always wanted. It might not be natural, but it can be a lot more pleasant than dealing with relationships. He continues, I already got money to buy you that. I don't know how to pronounce that, so I'm not going to try. Figurine you showed me. Please answer me. Stop ignoring me or I'm going to get real mad. Blue, are you threatening me now? Confused face. Red, no. Yeah, but it sure sounded like a threat. Miss call. Blue, stop calling me, please. I don't want to talk to you. Red, please, I just really want to see you. I can love you, cherish you, take care of you. You don't have to be alone, please. For depth's sake, just give me a chance at least. Oh my gosh. Blue, I'm a grown-up woman. I don't want to be with anyone. And seeing who you really are and your intentions, that certainly wouldn't be you, even if I was interested in dating. Sheep emoji. Now please, leave me alone. I don't want to block you, and it's going to be so awkward. Red. So you really are just a mean birch. Wasting my time for an effing year. You are the one that chose to do that on your own accord, sir. It seems like her signals have been as clear as they can be. He continues, you can be alone. No one would ever want you anyway. Okay. So it went from she's beautiful and you were desperate to have this woman be your, well, I really have is the right word, because I think he views her as property that he should be entitled to own. Nobody would want you anyway. I was just being nice to you because I pity you. Sure. Yeah, ignore me. Go perish. Bullet dodged, girl. You don't even want to be friends with someone like that? Red. I'm sorry, I got mad. I just really want you. You're so beautiful. 12 blocked messages. How bad were those ones? Red. It is so effing hard to at least... Oh. Is it so effing hard to at least give me a chance, or do you find me ugly? Just say it. Well, I find your personality ugly. That's how I would feel being her. I'm fit. I take care of myself. So wouldn't that indicate to you, sir? Just come in a little bit closer. It might just be your personality. Have you ever considered this thought? Ever crossed your mind? Or maybe it could be that for whatever reason you are determined to go with unwilling partners. You aren't willing to try to find someone that's actually looking for a relationship. Has that occurred to you? No? Okay. I take care of myself just so you'll like me. I kept being nice to you. Again, do you want a cookie? Do you want a gold medal? What are you looking for with, I was being nice. I'm a nice person. I was nice to you. Please, blank, answer me. Red. Love, please. I'm sorry. Okay, please. I can't live without you. I saved so much money to give you everything you want. I have money for everything you ever showed me, please. Blue. Just because I show you something doesn't mean I want you to buy it for me. What is wrong with you? Just please stop texting me. Girl, you should just block him. He showed his true colors. Just block him. 7 blocked messages again. Red. You know what? Fine. I saved so much money to please you, I could buy you an effing car with it, and I will. I hope you're happy now. One day I'm gonna pull up to your home just so you can see your mistake. Blue, you don't know my address. Red, I can find it. Yeah, I think that's worthy of, like, not just blocking him, but, like, maybe filing a police report, you know? Making threats, saying that. Yeah, police report, please. Just freaking crazy. What is wrong with people? Let's read some of the comments. Wow, this is actually really scary. Please take some safety precautions, just in case. You never know what could happen. This guy is absolutely crazy. Please stay safe. 100%. Holy crap, that guy is all over the place, so now women can't even talk to men without wanting to be in a relationship with them? Right? This is all I would have sent if I was him. Hey, yo, it's your birthday, you know? So, like, happy birthday. Yeah, that would be a non-psychotic thing to do. So I guess that's out of his league. I love how he switches up from time to time, but seriously, that's so effed up. What is he talking about? For sure. Yeah, this dude's a Looney Tune. I'm sorry, that's so scary. Seems like a raging... Can't say that word. So he girlfriend zoned you when you communicated clearly that this wasn't ever gonna happen. Bro played games and got mad he was playing alone. Always scary how people you consider friends can just turn like that and tell you they just pretended to get in your pants. And he thinks he's in the right. Crazy, huh? That last message sounds like a threat. That's creepy as heck. Stalker-ish. Please stay safe, that's for sure. Okay, let's see. Oh, OP has posted. Nothing under here. To be honest, I would have left a-hole early on in the combo. Yeah, for sure. OP replied under that, you have to have in mind that we've been friends for over a year. It's not easy to just block someone you considered a friend and a close one. For sure, but someone replied under that, but he wasn't your friend. He was trying to become your boyfriend by putting on an act, but she didn't know that. It probably took her a little bit of time to really accept that and accept the type of person he revealed himself to be. Comment continues, if he was really a friend, he would respect the fact that you want to stay alone and not date anyone, for sure. But she didn't know that. It takes a little bit of time to process that type of stuff. Okay, let's move on to the last post, shall we? Is this the first one? Let's see. I don't know for sure what order this is meant to be in, but anyway. I kind of think maybe this was the first one. Let's see. Okay. Nice guy virtue claim, I'm totally honored you chose me as one of the men to contribute to your self-esteem. Okay, there's a big blanked out spot here, which I'm honestly really curious about. I guess we'll... Don't know what's in it, so... Guy. Oh, ish. Duh, my bad, lol. I totally was under the assumption that when you gave me your number, you were interested in getting to know each other more. Not sure what inspired you to give out your number and not reply. Maybe attention, or just for fun? Good for you, nice. Okay. So, she didn't reply to his messages, I guess? Like, instantly, I'm assuming is kind of how this worked out. Emotional distant mother that didn't show you how to be receptive, question mark? Or did you freeze your eggs yet? What in the heck was it? Okie dokie. Jeez Louise, take care, buddy. OP. Go duck yourself, you larper. Guy. All of you women today are just garbage bags. It's so exhausting. Personally should have known with the SSRIs. I am pretty certain that is not how you spell that. I could be wrong about that, but somehow I don't think it's actual eyes. He continues, insane fake Christian LARPing, BPD, tattoos, bangs. So bangs are a red flag now, okay. Probably can't say that, but that's pretty messed up to mention. That you probably just had an insane phase. So you turn to Christ like every other girl because you have a deep void of unworthiness inside yourself, feel unlovable and are alone at the core. Much like you, sir. I'm totally honored you chose me as one of the men to contribute to your self-esteem. I tried to avoid it and get to know you, but you're like every other woman who has to turn to dating apps to scratch that itch of male validation that you desperately chase. Let me guess, you go to the gym and only do squats because you're just trying so hard to find the Christian man of your dreams. Praying for the women of today. Grow up. Okie dokie. Very unhinged. Grow up, honestly, and stop hiding behind Christ. Feels like a little bit of projection, no? You don't know him. Somehow I don't think you do, really either, sir. Willing to bet you choose Orthodox for the aesthetic and fashion, too, and nothing else. That just seems crazy to me. I get that, like, Catholic stuff is it's a little bit fashionable. But I said Catholic for a reason. It's a little less strict than Orthodoxy, from my understanding. So, I think if you were just a Christian for the fashion of it, you'd probably choose Catholicism. And fashion too, and nothing else, lol. I hate all of you women, honestly. All of you women are disgusting, and none are Christ-like. Well, Somehow I don't really see Christ blowing up a woman's phone like this and berating her. He seemed like a much nicer guy to me. A real nice guy. Not a pretend one. It continues, freeze your eggs, enjoy your 20 cats. Well, they would probably be a lot nicer than you. I hope someone pisses on you, unfortunately. What does that even mean? What does that mean? I hope someone pisses on you, unfortunately. Is it unfortunate that you feel that way, or, like, is there a fortunate way to be? I don't know. He continues, the moon, feminine, is only as bright as the light surrounding it, that it can reflect, meaning from the sun, masculine. So honestly, this isn't sounding very Christian to me. Are you telling me that you believe in moon and sun gods? Doesn't seem very Christian to me. So honestly, not even trying to be a jerk. I probably can't say that. Hopefully you look in the mirror and just allow... And I just allowed you to work on yourself more and level up. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's such a charming fellow, is he not? Teeny tiny violin, that's cute. Okay, there's some context. A mod posted it. He texted me on Saturday while I was at work. I didn't respond. I had church Saturday night after work. Church Sunday morning, then I took my mom out all day for Mother's Day, not to mention my grandpa literally passed away yesterday. So I wasn't really concerning myself with responding to guys, lol. For sure. So basically, she went 2 days without messaging him back. And that's the kind of freak out he had over it. Whoa. Normalize sending this crap to their mothers, or better yet, their preachers. Well, that might not be a bad idea. Someone was saying the same thing. I'm sorry, but I hope someone pisses on you, unfortunately made me cackle. What the F is this? Like, is there a fortunate way that could happen? That was my thought, too. Or is he saying it's unfortunate? Yeah, is he saying it's unfortunate that he hopes that? Crying face. I picked up on that, too. I'm just as clueless as to what that is. Maybe if it's a consensual, I guess. Very Christ-like, yeah. The way some of these men talk about us, jeez. If you hate us and think we're such terrible people, go find the man of your dreams and leave us alone. For sure. Not even trying to be a head. He's a natural, yep. Just comes very naturally to him, doesn't even have to try. This is probably in reference to something significant. I don't know how to pronounce it, and I don't know what it's in reference to, but yeah, on that topic, there is, like, not all cultures believe that the moon is feminine, the sun is masculine. A lot of them do, but some of them have it switched around, so that's not even, like, an inherent thing. This person commented under that, though, one of the things God did in Christianity was definitely specify the sun had a massive Johnson. Yep, that's in Genesis, and God said, let there be light, and it have the biggest you've ever seen. I like that. I see these Christian men just word vomit on women. I hope you get pissed on women are all garbage, etc., and wonder if they think Jesus is proud of them. I mean, I'm not religious at all, but I think I have a decent grasp on the New Testament morality, and none of what I know would allow for this type of behavior. For sure. It continues, what kind of mental gymnastics allow for this? I don't know, but it's way too common. What triggered him? He didn't respond to his match in 3.782 seconds of a second? Wow, he really brought the moon into this? Was reading it as usual drivel, then somehow it segued into the literal moon? Wasn't expecting that. Sure. This person says, honestly, cats are much better company than most men, so I'm cool with it. Well, especially him. I would definitely... Well, maybe... Yeah. I would definitely take 20 cats over him, and I'm allergic to cats. It's a secret life hack, to be honest, right? Personally, I prefer dogs, but I like cats. It's just, but I'm allergic, so... My response to this kind of rant? Anything else? I think there's... Yep, that's good. Okay, well, I guess with that, our little adventure comes to an end here, for now. But the path never truly does. If you enjoyed getting lost with me, show me with a like or a comment. It helps me and my channel far more than you know. And if you wish to keep traveling these hidden trails, subscribe. And I'll see you when the path reveals itself again.
Better safe than
Bye for
sorry.
now.